Hey guys, I'm Ray,
And I'm Laurie.
and this is Generation Hashtag. Hey y'all, it's Ray. I just wanted to let you guys know that we are now officially on all the socials. So you can find us on Twitter at AskGenHashtag, Instagram at AskGenHashtag, Facebook.com/Generation Hashtag, or you can shoot us an email at AskGenerationHashtag@gmail.com. Also, be on the lookout for our bi-monthly episodes, which we release every other Monday on the iTunes app. Hope you enjoy the episode. So, what are we talking about first? Do you want to do
Just get politics out the way.
politics? Okay. Gorsuch is in Congress right now, the Senate, trying to get nominated,
Yeah, the Senate.
or to get his nomination approved,
Mm-hmm.
I should say. He's trying to become the Supreme Court
Yeah, Supreme Court
Justice.
That spot originally was for President Obama to fill, but the Republican Party blocked his vote.
Oh, I remember.
And so now a lot
And
of
weren't they like far along?
Mm-hmm. And then they got blocked. They turned him down, basically. And then, basically, now the Democrats are mad because it was technically supposed to be Obama's nomination, but now Trump gets it. So I guess I don't know if they're trying to block it, but he does not have the 60 votes he needs to get through.
But he doesn't have the 60. Okay, so they're trying to pass him first of all before they go on break for Easter. The Republicans are, which I
feel
think
like
is
they're
wild
rushing everything
because I feel like shouldn't it be priority to make sure you put someone that's going to be in the position for life, because a Supreme Court justice serves
Till they
for
die,
the entirety of their life. Shouldn't it make sense that you pick someone that's qualified
No.
instead of
Recently
rushing
they've just
through
been
it?
like, okay, him sign the papers.
Like,
Let's go.
I think they've never. It's been a while since they've had both the majority in both places and in the White House.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're trying to get as many people that they can in. They're like, okay, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, you go.
They ain't even reading.
They're not reading the documents. They don't care anymore. It's so wild. But so like they're trying to get him approved, but they only have like I think 52 votes.
Yeah.
Which makes them the majority, but they need 60 to confirm him. And so clearly the Democrats are gonna shoot Chuck Schumer, who's like the representative for New York. He's trying to call a filibuster, which is like when they stay all night and like.
Ooh.
Do you remember? Okay, you remember the Scandal episode?
No,
when
yeah.
Belly did the
And I was just thinking, that's exactly what I thought about. I was like, I don't want to stay nowhere all night.
Yeah, it's not all night, but you have to stay there for
until
a certain
you get the
amount
agreement.
of time.
I thought until you get the agreement, you're not allowed to go until it's passed. Well, that's what it looked like on Scandal.
No, I think you have to. I can't remember, but pretty much you boycott and you have to stand on the floor all night. No breaks. You can't run off. You can't do anything. You have to stand there all night and pretty much just do whatever you can to kill time, till the time runs off.
Yeah.
And then, so that's what the Democrats are trying to do, and then the Republicans, because they're all so freaking childish, Democrats, Republicans, everybody, they're really over here trying to figure out a way to get him confirmed without needing 60 votes. They're trying to figure out a way to just do it so that they can just use the majority vote, which they have, because 52 out of the 100. I'm going to say it's 100 because that would make it majority.
No, I'm pretty sure it is 100.
But
no, it is 100, girl.
I know. But I didn't want to say it with my chest and then have somebody be like, well, it's actually 101. I don't know.
You have me questioning myself.
So that's what they're trying to do. And it hasn't been done with that method in a really long time, if ever.
I don't know, but they were
But
just
I mean,
saying
that's what that's what this whole regime does, Everything that you think that people don't do, if you think there's a protocol, they're like, let's find a different one. I don't like that one.
No, yeah, they were like, the solution is not to just push him through, it's to find a new nominee. But I feel like the Republicans are just so ready to do everything before things hit the fan that they're not even going to try and find someone new. They're just going to do whatever they can to push him through.
Also, like, he's a very boring guy. No, like, if you watch the confirmation hearings, every question they ask him about anything, what is your opinion on abortions? Are you pro-life or are you pro-choice? What do you think about this in this case? How did you think, how would you have ruled in that situation? And he's never giving a clear answer. He's like, well, I can't just make a choice like that. I just, I got to follow the Constitution. But isn't the point of being the Supreme Court justice that you kind of interpret the Constitution? Yeah. So that's what I'm asking you to do. Interpret it for me how you would if you were in office. And he's not. It's just... I
think he's being vague so that way the Democrats don't have a reason to be like, no.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's giving you also another reason to be like, no, because if you're not set on your beliefs, then why am I trusting you to do this job? It's like if I was a Republican
and I was like, but I want you to be pro-life. Yeah. And I'm sitting here in the hearing and all of a sudden you're like, well, I don't know how I would rule. Sir, get your ass up out this chair. We're going to find somebody else to put in there. That's not what we brought you here for. But I don't know what they're going to do. Either way, America's still screwed. So,
I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on in politics, but we want to be bright today, bright and sunny.
Okay, that's why we're trying to get the political stuff out the way. Next on the political list, which I guess political entertainment media.
Yeah, we're switching. We're going
Tommy
over
is kind of a clown, so I would refer to her as entertainment as well. Tommy Lauren got suspended from The Blaze after she went on The View and they asked her about her choice, and she said that she was pro-choice. They asked her about whether she was pro-life or pro-choice. She said that she was pro-choice. And The Blaze, which is notoriously conservative, was like, hold this suspension, fam, because you wilding right now.
It's just like, that just serves her right, in a way.
Yeah.
Because, it's like, I don't know, it's like she never thought about anyone else the whole time, and she was literally just spewing whatever they told her to say. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I'm not defending her, but I feel like part of it is she didn't believe everything she was saying.
I don't think she did either.
She was just doing it for the views, because she was getting views by being controversial.
Yeah.
And she was getting her job and her money by saying what they want her to say. So she was just going like a deer in the headlights. And the thing is that when you then want to have your own voice, you can't. You need to be yourself from the beginning, because this is what the shit that happens to you, and that's kind of serves her right because of all the negative things she was saying about everyone and not caring about everyone.
You know what I think it is? It's sort of like when people always say like you make a deal with the devil. I feel like you can't really decide to give up who you are for all these things, or maybe this really is how she thinks about all these things, but you can't be that outspoken and be so like pro-hatred and bigoted and all these things, and then be surprised when the same beast turns on you.
Yeah.
Because that's just all it's known to do. Like, it's like, I'm going to trust this snake to live with me and sleep in my bed because it's my snake. Okay.
He gets hungry.
He's going to get hungry. He's going to eat you because he's hungry. But that's besides the point. I don't know. So, I don't know what she's going to do.
I don't feel sorry for her.
I hope she comes out of this very humbled. But knowing her, she probably won't.
She got to save face somehow, so.
I mean, I don't think she's going to take back the comments. I don't think she can.
No, she can't.
She can't.
She can't.
So, if they do decide to let her go back on the show, she's going to have to be in her goody-goody two-shoe. And you know what's so crazy? Because for a show that's so much about, like, opinions and being outspoken, like, why is it... I'm only allowed to be outspoken when I'm saying the things that you want me to say. And the minute I say something that's not in your agenda, all of a sudden... And, I mean, let's be real. Who else was listening to or watching The Blaze before Tommy was on the internet? Nobody.
True.
So I think for that reason alone, they'll hire her back because she's very controversial and she brings ratings, or they'll lift her suspension. But, I mean, because seriously, I feel like I don't even know what The Blaze is.
I have to say I never watched it. I never clicked. I refuse to click it because like views, because any traction is money. Yeah. Like if you dislike it, if you hate watching, the more views she gets, the more she's gonna get the money for it. If you go back on her page to look at the comments, she's still getting money for the traffic. So you're just fueling her fire, even if it is just to hate on her. So I don't think it's smart. I just ignore that altogether. I removed it from my Facebook timeline, like everything.
Well, Tommy, good luck to you. Welcome to what it's like to be black in America when they really don't give a damn about you and your opinions. On to more positive things. Laurie, what do you want to talk about next?
They're bringing 2 characters on Sesame Street.
You're so excited about the Sesame Street story.
No, because I love Sesame Street. Like, ever since I was younger, I always used to watch it. And sorry, I got distracted. But they have 2 new characters being introduced. One is a girl. Oh, I wish I knew their names. One is a girl, and she is she has autism, and then the other one is a little boy, and his father is incarcerated. And I don't know, I just think it's wonderful to have people be represented that aren't always represented in I guess television in a positive light.
Let me see if I can
there
find
she
their names.
is.
Oh, hold on. Oh,
Julia is the Sesame Street person with autism.
Oh,
I wonder how they're gonna portray her. I mean, Sesame Street, so it's probably gonna be in a positive.
it's gonna be a positive light.
Yeah.
She was on 60 Minutes apparently,
I always wondered how that goes.
and people were crying.
Like if the person who there might be children listening. Never mind.
What children are listening to us?
I like to imagine they're real.
Oh my God, Laurie!
Like
you're gonna be that mom that's sitting with your child that's super hype more
Yes.
than your kid is.
I watch all the kids' movies still. I watch Moana.
You still do. You really do.
I watch Wreck-It Ralph. I watch Finding Dory.
Every time I ask you for a movie recommendation, you're like, "Oh, this Disney princess movie is good," and I'm like, "Minnie, I was looking for like an actual adult movie."
But Storks was really good though. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope that Sesame Street continues to prosper, because I heard also that
they're trying to cut the PBS funding. So I mean, I don't know how long it'll last, but hopefully it does.
Save Big Bird.
Save Big Bird.
2018.
Oh, 2018.
Because he's gonna try and do it. I'm assuming it's probably gonna happen around the time his second year. Because I feel like a lot of things aren't gonna hit, and you're not gonna feel the effects until.
That's true. I mean, a lot of people in
Later
Congress are talking about like impeachment now, so we'll see what happens with
I
that.
hope, because we ain't got much more time left. I mean, like, what's it called?
Lord, we're praying for either impeachment or for you to open up the sky and come down.
I was listening to Rick Ross's album, and he was saying how he's glad Trump got president, because you gotta destroy the nation before you can build it back up. And I was like, I agree, but I don't agree, because I don't want to be living in it
while you burning this thing to the ground. Do that on your own time, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know. But speaking of, how did you like the Rick Ross album? I heard very good things about it.
I liked it. So, like, I don't listen to Rick Ross a lot. I listen to him, like, let's say he has, like...
A lot of people say, like, people sleep on him a lot.
No, they do. But I don't, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I listen to all his albums, I know every word. I just, like, when he has a hit, I listen to it. And then I wasn't so sure, because he had, like, that one song with, like, the rape comment. So I was like, And then apparently his name is based on actual Rick Ross. Like, he used to be a corrections officer. And...
I heard this story this week where they said, like, he stole someone's identity.
Yeah, he's the corrections. He used to be a corrections officer and became a rapper and stole the identity of a famous drug lord in California, and that's how he came up with Rick Ross.
It's wild.
So yeah, but I mean, hey, he's living the dream. I mean, I feel like he has a persona of a.
This man plagiarized the whole identity.
I mean, hey, his house is huge, so he did it right. But he has. I mean, I like Gucci Mane too. So like, he has a song with Gucci Mane.
Isn't he beefing with Gucci?
No, he has a song with Gucci Mane.
He's beefing with someone right now.
He's beefing with Birdman.
Oh, is it Birdman?
It's Lil Wayne's producer. Or is it Babyface?
No, it's not Babyface.
So it's Birdman. There. And I don't know, I think it's the Bees. But
the Bees are throwing us off.
Yeah. But he made a whole song about him though. And it was like
#petty.
I was seeing if they put his name up first, but they were just talking about Remy. I mean, they're talking about Nicki Minaj. He also mentioned Nicki Minaj too. So in the one song, he mentioned Meek Mill, and he's like, I tried to warn Meek Mill about Nicki when he was with her, but I decided to let him be.
What?
Yeah, and then he went to Wendy Williams and she asked me, he's like, yeah, it's a fact. Like, you see your brother with, like, a girl and you don't like her. And you see, like, the bad things about her that he's not seeing and you tell him. And
That's why.
And he didn't listen, but he said, that's my bro, so I'm going to let him live and make his mistakes for himself. And then he saw it when he broke up with her. I was like, oh.
That's why.
He had no filter that whole interview.
I mean, then, I don't imagine Rick Ross has much of a filter.
So then he was talking about Birdman. And then he was saying how Birdman owes him money. And he owes DJ Khaled money. And how...
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Isn't Birdman the one that's holding on to Lil Wayne's, like, purse strings?
No, yeah, and then... No, but, like, the whole record was about how he owes people money. And how he did DJ Khaled dirty. But that's why DJ Khaled is blessed because things come around in the end. And that's my brother. And I didn't even know they were that close, but whatever. And then the thing with Lil Wayne is that apparently Lil Wayne's music is tied up in contracts because I guess he owes him another album. Yeah, like apparently he has a new album ready and it's been ready for like a year plus. But since it's tied up, he can't release it. And like apparently Lil Wayne is owed a whole bunch of money and like it sucks and like no one should ever sign to Birdman because
he went in he put all his business in the streets
because he said that, oh, I thought you was a real one until I heard your Rolex was ticking and then I saw it was fake and damn, that means your car's are leased too. And I was just like, like no filter. Any of his songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you say after that?
And I'm just like, okay, well, that's how you really feel. But I love songs. Like, I love when there are songs where, like, they don't hold back.
Yeah.
And it really means something. But then, like, Drake did that too on his album. Apparently he mentioned Meek Mill on his album, but he didn't say his name, so I don't really count that.
I heard, like, a lot of people giving reviews of this album was like, maybe it's because I'm not, like, a big hip-hop person that I, like, know everything that's going on. I'm more of, like, I'm a casual listener of hip-hop, so I'll know, like, the hits when they come out, and if I really, really like someone, I might listen to an album once, but I'm not really, like, I don't keep track of, like, release dates and diss tracks and who's
he released it on my birthday, Drake.
But, like, it's, I don't know, because everybody's like, that album had so many disses on it, and I'm like, I didn't really
catch them.
I didn't catch it. I mean, but to be fair, I didn't really like the album, Drake's album. I just I skipped through most of the songs because I didn't really get it.
I thought I liked 3 songs, and then I listened again, and now it's 2. So
I might listen again and have it be 1.
I mean, I like Teenage Dream, but it was alright. Teenage Fever, sorry. And I liked it, but, like, it samples J-Lo's song, If You Had My Love. And I liked it, but I think they said he was shading J-Lo. They said he was shading a whole bunch of people. The first song, I think it's Free Smoke. He mentioned how he drunk texted J-Lo in the middle of the night, and the text bounced back, and it was an old number, and she changed her number, and he didn't have the new one. So
is that how they broke up? Yeah, savage.
And then she's with Alex Rodriguez.
Talk about taking the L and bouncing back. Get it, J-Lo.
But yeah, I think the thing is that I hate when there's albums that are okay and because you
hype them up,
and then but then you listen to them a whole bunch of times because people are hyping it up, and then you like it because you listen to it so many times. It's a thing in psychology called it's like the more you're exposed to something, the more you start to like it because you're
I did something like
exposed.
this in my class last semester. It's actually an American pop culture class, which is all about how trends are formed and all that. And like 90% of the time, you like things because your friends like things, and because other people like it, it makes you like it. Mm-hmm. Even if you're like this, like you might listen on the first try and be like, this song is complete garbage, and then just because everybody hypes it up, like the higher the song climbs on the charts, the more you're like, maybe I do like this song.
I mean, that was,
and it also goes back to this whole thing of like you not wanting to be on like a very basic level. You don't want to be left out or excluded from anything, so you find ways to fit in. So this whole thing.
I get it.
They wrote a whole book because we had to read this book. Let's Talk About Love: A Journey Through the Taste of Music or whatever. But basically, though, it's a little book.
Okay.
But it's a whole critique on why people like Celine Dion.
I mean, that's not me.
I love Celine Dion. If you go to the Caribbean, Celine Dion is like Beyonce.
No, yeah.
Everybody knows Celine Dion, and I grew up on Celine Dion's music and all the songs.
No, my mother, there was a Celine Dion, I don't know where we were, but there was a Celine Dion song playing. She
got her life in the middle of the street.
And then I was like, this song always reminds me of you. Because when I was little, she would always sing it to me.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, you remember that? And I was like, yeah, you always
you
would
shut
sing.
Up.
Like, every time that she would sway and she would sing. Like, oh my God.
No, but yeah, so the whole book was like, he personally the author thinks Celine Dion is complete trash. He doesn't like her music. He doesn't think her as a person is trash. He doesn't like her music though. He thinks like it's like the type of music that makes your ears bleed. And so he spent the whole book trying to analyze why people love her so much, because she's like a freaking cultural icon. And he doesn't understand it. So the whole book is just understanding why people like things that they do from like a scientific perspective, and then also just from like a why is she nice, why do people like her as a person. And they did like how in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina hit, she's French Canadian, and she was like on the telethon and she was crying because she's like, it's so crazy how the government doesn't care about all these people, and like that made people like her more. Even though she's not from New Orleans, she really cared. Sorry, I paused because I'm trying to draw myself a map of America.
It's for Louisiana?
It's definitely
down south.
No, but Louisiana and New Orleans are
the same.
Which one's the state? Louisiana's the state. Okay. Guys, I'm from the Caribbean. Don't judge me, okay? How did we even get on this topic? Anyway,
because of Drake and how his album.
So I didn't personally like the album. I didn't really finish it. I tried very hard.
To it twice.
But then I realized that I kept skipping songs. Like I would get as far as like 3 minutes into the song, and I'd be like, I don't want not even a second more.
3 minutes is a while though.
It is, because I was forcing myself to give it a good listen. I couldn't get through the album, and I got like all the like, apparently culture vulture is a word. I just know it as cultural appropriation. That's when like
oh my gosh.
And then I listened to someone this week trying to rationalize why it's okay that Drake does it, because of where he's from in Toronto and how the culture is like that. No, it's not okay. First of all, the song Gail Chester.
No, there's another one
it's
too.
It's based on a place in a state, like it's a version of a state in Jamaica called Manchester. He just it pissed me off. The whole album is just sort of like, I can't find
Passion Fruit, and then you know how like in between the songs he said something. I ain't trying to repeat it because I ain't have no type of accent, but it was like watch what you say on my name or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, we really gonna let him just speak patois like it's nothing? It
gets me so tight. He's not even trying anymore. And I get the argument about what Toronto's like, because I get it. I'll say because there's a lot of people from Toronto that I follow on like YouTube and Instagram and all these places that do have that accent. However, the problem with because I'm saying if you're gonna use that argument, the major problem with that is that he was never always like this. He just popped up one day like this.
He grew up Jewish.
If when we met him, he was talking like this, if on all his albums this was his tone, I get it. But he did 1 album, 2 albums, 3 albums, 4 albums, 5 albums,
made friends with Popcorn.
And then all of a sudden he just like switched up.
It's like he made friends with Popcorn on Controlia, and then all of a
sudden
it's
like he went on now because he was doing it on that album too.
No, I know, but that's when he started hanging out with him a lot more.
He just came around one day. He went on vacation in Jamaica and came back a changed man. Like he saw the light.
And then they were like how it's an Afro beat or something like that, and how that's like they should like make like he should do that more, and like that's his sound. And I'm like, no, like
oh my God.
Like almost watching Hot 97, they're like, this is his best album ever, and I'm like, no, what do you mean?
First of all, I feel like there was also a lot of ripping off. I felt like I heard salsa in there. I heard like I heard a lot of like Hispanic influences where I'm just like, we're just gonna let all these things slide.
Also, that's on meme, and like it was like that Donald Duck one where he's like coming out of the door and he's like laughing evilly with the hat on, and he's like, when Drake finds a new culture.
Yeah. I'm tired of people acting like you can't culturally appropriate inside of another culture.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of black people that be like, you can't culturally appropriate other black people. Yes, you can. You can be black, African American, and be walking around with a dashiki and you don't know what the colors or what the patterns mean. That's cultural appropriation.
Yeah, we had this discussion
Drake
over the summer when the dashikis were really big.
Yeah, you can be Drake and like use like reggae influences all up and through your music and try to speak patois and then come back and act like you founded this new language.
No, oh my gosh, people are on Twitter are like, oh, Canadians speak like this. And okay, I get it. There's Caribbeans who live in Canada. I have family in Canada. But there's a difference between you being like, I guess Caribbean Canadian, I don't know. And like being full bred, you're Canadian, your mother's Jewish, and you don't know your father.
And
so
you grew up pretty white. I don't know.
So where is this Caribbean
I'm telling
coming
you,
from?
it's like he went on Birthright and came back and found his people, and he's like, oh my god, this is what black people do. I don't know. I don't know. My whole opinion.
But I feel like people need to wake up a little bit.
But that's the thing, though, because once you get to a certain level of celebrity, I don't think you don't have to explain yourself in any regard anymore.
I know.
You don't, because nobody really cares. And even if it comes out, even if Drake comes out himself and says, well, yeah, I am in fact a culture vulture. I do like to fly around and snatch people's culture and take it back and devour it for my own. People will still be like, okay, and why do you care? Why are you upset about that? Just like we know someone that really won't let go of Chris Brown. Even though it's 2017. I don't know who in 2017 should be going that hard for Chris Brown.
He still has like 3 million followers, though, so there's a few of them.
Okay, anyway, I'm gonna move on. So, we can, the Nicki, what did you think of Nicki's response?
It was
like,
no, because, like, I was so disappointed because I know she has it in her to come hard. Like, old Nicki had it in her to come hard. And, like, first off, she made this song. Remy Ma's this song was 7 minutes long, and she came out with another one. And then
I heard the second one wasn't that great.
I know, but still, you came out with 2 diss songs, and Nicki did a feature on No Frauds. Like,
I thought it was her song,
Wayne.
no?
I just know, no, it just has her 3 names on it. But it's on her iTunes, so I guess it's her song. But it had Drake and Wayne on it. And they both were like, oh, every time I see her, she gets finer. They didn't really say much else. And then on her, she had like 3 good hits. And I'm like, okay, I kind of give it to you, but Remy still won. Because she said how you go to the surgery and still look bad. Because apparently she has before and after pictures of Remy Ma too.
What? I think Remy looks bomb.
I don't know. Because the thing is that Nicki, you could tell.
Yeah.
Remy's not so much.
Yeah, I think Remy looks beautiful. I saw her live at an interview.
Whether it's fake or not, I really don't care. Same thing with Nicki. I really don't care if it's fake or not. Just look good if you do it. Yeah. And then, what was the other one? It was that. It was, how do you shoot your best friend over a stack? And I was like, you kind of right. Like, but then again, Remy's offense, allegedly it went off accidentally. So, whatever. Like, it rhymed well, went in the song well. And then she was like, how you leave your only son to go to jail. And I was like, okay, you kind of got that one too. But at the same time, like...
But I heard she released, like, multiple songs.
Yeah, she released that. She released No Tear, Regret Your Tears, and she released Change It, I think. And that one was with Lil Wayne. That one is alright. Oh, she also said in No Frauds that Pap is her ghostwriter. But again, I was like, so, and like, I feel like Remy, if Pap is her ghostwriter, Remy still writes 90% of her verse.
Yeah, but even if you're gonna compare ghostwriters, like Safari used to be a ghostwriter, so what?
True.
Maybe that's why she hasn't really, like, I feel like she lost her hip hop credibility a little bit to me when she got like really pop.
I mean, she did that.
And I think also because there was a point in her career when she like. Rap Nicki was gone.
No, I know.
In the clouds somewhere.
I was watching her documentary, and basically what she had before was just rap, and her audience was very limited to the barbs, basically. And then when she released her second album, not her second, that was her Yeah, it was her second album. It was straight like poppy, and that was to broaden her audience and to be basically when she released that album, she gained a whole new audience,
Yeah.
and her sales and her dates became like probably 50 to 100 times bigger than it already was. And then now her next albums have a mixture of both to, I guess, to appeal to both. But I get it because that was good money marketing wise and mobile wise.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that like she lost herself in the middle. Like I get it, you do things for business, but she seemed to have really lost herself for a while.
Now she's
either that or the people around her. Like, you can tell me as my business manager that this will be better for my career, but in the end, I have to decide if I'm gonna do it. Right? You can tell me that it's better if you do more pop songs, and I'd be like, yeah. But they're only thinking of your bottom line. They're thinking of making you more money.
Yeah.
Not necessarily making you more credible. You have to decide if you only want the money or if you want people to respect you as a rap artist.
I don't think she cares because she also...
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like she lost it. But I feel like she's attempting to get it back.
Yeah.
But it's kind of too far gone now. Because, I don't know.
I mean... And then at the same time, she just made news because she has the top number of top Billboard 100s.
Yeah, like she beat out Aretha Franklin.
She's like number one. Like she broke all the records. No one's in her lane anymore. It's like great for her. Like you're winning. She also got Sheether taken off of iTunes.
That's petty.
Like
she's hella tight. She's hella salty. Oh my god.
She had Nas like take away because like it's on the Ether beat. So for copyright, she took it off of iTunes.
That's hella petty. But I mean, I wouldn't want that floating around on iTunes for me either because she kind of like massacred her.
Exactly. So I think rap wise, Remy still won.
Yeah.
But business wise, but I still like. I mean,
honestly, Remy's coming up in the world.
That's what I'm saying. This little blip or whatever on this radar is not going to affect her when she gets a new job. Not new job, but when she gets like her new album. And because I heard so is it seven Winters and 6 Summers is coming out eventually. And honestly, I listened to Plato Plomo and all of Remy's verses were good. So I can't wait for her album. So I feel like money wise, Remy's gonna be fine too.
Let's not forget that Remy just came out of jail, and like the minute she came out, she had a hit on the charts with what's that song?
Fat Joe.
All the Way Up.
Yeah.
Like,
and then it had Jay-Z feature.
so I don't know.
I think she's winning, and now she's gonna start her family with Pap. Well, expand her family with Pap. So it's like. I don't like. So what? It got taken off of Sheether. I mean, she got taken off of the Apple Music. She's an independent artist. She's already making money from everything else she's doing, 100%. And she's doing a whole So I'm saying, well, I really don't care about this beef. It would have been good, as Charlamagne said, for the culture. But
yeah,
like other than
First of all, Nicki took too long to respond. If you take too long to respond, you have to respond with something extra fire.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna respond, then don't respond with 7 other people, 500 other million people on your track, because like. She didn't need anyone. Like she came at you by herself for 7 solid minutes, and it was like hard
with no hook.
So
with
for
no chorus.
For you to combat that, you got to come back at her in the same length of time or longer by yourself, because she just challenged you.
Or just say something really crazy to like if you have 4 minutes, but say all the things that are crazy and blow her out the water
by yourself.
Yeah.
Don't bring other people to your fight, because. I don't really feel like
I
don't feel like Drake or Weezy helped her in her song. Like
it's like when you fighting and like you're winning, and then to the other girls, all of her friends jump in. That's how it feels. Like, so like I still beat you. Yeah. Though.
So even if you win, was it really that great of a win though? Because you only won because you brought backup. I could have whooped your ass 1-on-1.
Exactly.
So, but so guys, let's take a break, and then when we come back, we're gonna be doing a reality TV show. Well, what is that segment called? Reality TV wrap up, I think. This episode is brought to you by Trendy Tripping. Trendy Tripping is a platform that seeks to connect all creative minds who seek trendy meeting and event spaces for get-togethers. For more information and to see their beautiful locations, head on over to trendytripping.com. That's TRENDYTRIPPING.com. And now back to the show.
Okay, guys, we're back, and we're gonna start with our reality TV wrap up.
We gotta get that name together.
Make it simpler, cause it's a tongue twister. But yeah. So Love and Hip Hop Atlanta this week.
I think it was supposed to be reality tea time.
Yes.
I don't know how we got to everything else.
But yeah. So Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It was alright this week. Not much happened. It was cute because cute. It was only.
You gotta continue the story though, because last time we left off, because I don't watch the show, so I live for you to tell me the story. Mm-hmm. Last time we wrapped, it was just when the very first premiere, when Kurt just found out about the baby, which I still can't believe anybody's really running around town trying to sleep with Kirk with no protection on, because my God, that man is ugly. But continue.
Okay, because so basically, what's her name? Carly Red and her messy self decided she's gonna go talk to the girl. So then she goes to talk to the girl, and then the girl pulls out receipts. Basically, she pulls out text messages and videos. Wow. And then the girl,
Carly's so messy. How did she get in the middle to be going to find information?
Know. But then Carly was like, "That's not Kirk's number." She's like, "Of course not Kirk's number. He has a separate phone for me." And then basically he got them into that apartment because that's Rashida and Kirk's old apartment complex. And what else happened? Oh, so then she started pulling out videos and pictures of Kirk playing with the baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So now there's no denying it now. And then I guess so then Carly went to talk to Rashida. And basically Rashida was heartbroken, of course, because she's basically been trying to ignore it, it's not real, it's not true.
Kirk don't get how Rashida, Rashida's so much better. She's so beautiful.
And then then
that's how beautiful girls always get their hearts broken, though. It's always by some random ugly dude.
True.
And
then so basically the whole episode and next episode she was just they're talking about it. Carly was telling everyone updates, being messy. And then Tammy went to go see her, and then she was crying and was like, "What did I ever do to deserve this?" She's like, "I hate that I blame myself because it's not my fault. Yeah. It's his." But at the same time, it still hurts that way. And then Tammy was telling her how she related it because she kicked Waka out last year for cheating. Tammy. And then Waka they're basically going through how Waka and Tammy got back together because they're back together now. And Waka basically came with his suitcases packed to the front door.
He's like, "So I'm moving back in."
Yeah, and she's like, "Where are you going?" And then he's like, "Can I see my daughter?" She's like, "You could wait in the car to see." He's like, "Can I have a pillow?" She gave him the dog pillow. So, yeah. So I guess we're gonna see how he won her back, because I
does Waka Flocka still rap?
Yeah, he goes on tour and stuff.
Who's buying Waka's ticket on tour?
White people.
I
like his old music.
He used to be popping way back a couple years ago.
I don't know if he's released anything.
10 years ago,
I don't know if he's released anything recently though. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, but I appreciate him because compared to Young Jock, who just wants to sleep around, and the other people who have girlfriends and just want to sleep around, Waka was like, "Nah, I get them, but I want my family back." And then apparently Little Scrappy has another girlfriend, even though he's engaged to Bambi. But that's
I feel like they're recycling storylines. Isn't that how he started on the show?
Yeah.
He's engaged to Erica and messing with
yeah.
What's that girl's name?
Bambi.
No, before Bambi.
I don't remember the other girl.
Shay.
I don't remember the other girl.
She was the girl, I think she was on Flavor of Love at one point, way back in the day. I don't know.
Because she didn't. I know who you're talking about, but she didn't last long.
But that's what he was doing.
And then
he got with Bambi.
Yeah, because Bambi was his friend, and then after, and then after he broke up with
they're always friends until they snatch your man.
And then he was friends with the dark skinned girl, and then they broke up, and then yeah, but yeah, next week they're gonna talk about.
I think her name was Shay, just Shay. I feel like there's more to the Shay, but maybe it's just Shay. I don't know. But so what do you think of Keisha Cole? I heard Keisha Cole is going to Love and Hip Hop Hollywood.
I just hope she had a show way back.
Yeah.
On BT, and
it
was like
There's
a little much.
And her mom Frankie.
It was just too much. Like it was like, get your mom. Like this. Like I feel like you should not have your family out here looking like that on national television. So
I feel like that's part of what killed her career too, though.
Yeah,
because
that's exactly what killed her career. And so, cause I didn't respect her enough after that to like. So what's it called? So yeah, I don't really care if she comes on. I mean, Hollywood's kind of trash anyways.
I feel like she's taking a step back, which is so sad. I feel like people go on Love and Hip Hop because they're trying to get somewhere. Like she was somewhere, she fell off, and now she's trying to go. Like it's just the reverse.
Like I feel like no one's stressed about Hollywood. I like Hollywood because I like
Hollywood.
I like a few of them, but like Hollywood, you 100% know it's fake. Like there's no way around.
They're terrible actresses.
Yeah,
everybody sucks on that show. I heard Safari got a coconut oil line, by the way. Which I'm low-key trying to try because I love me some coconut oil.
I can't with him and his accent.
Okay, anyways, he talks a lot. He talks a lot for a man. He's out here on all the blogs, all the sites, everybody that will listen to him. He chats a lot. But I want to talk about
Love and Hip Hop. Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Real Housewives, because oh my goodness. First of all,
wait, what happened after they went to Hawaii?
They went to so the episode Sunday's episode that just passed was that they it's like the final night in Hawaii. Kenya. Okay, so backstory, right? Phaedra was married to Apollo. Mm-hmm. Apollo's the one that got arrested, and he's in jail now for like 8 years for scamming and whatnot, right? When they just joined the show, like the following season, Kenya joined the show, and there was this whole big thing during that season because him and Kenya were very, very flirty. He was holding her, he was lifting her up under her ass, like throwing her into pools and like very like, and it was a thing. Like Phaedra was upset, and so Phaedra and Kenya didn't get along for the longest while. Then later down in that season, there was like this whole big drama because Phaedra found out that Kenya and Apollo were texting. And they were texting like inappropriately. Someone. And then Apollo said that Kenya was trying to come on to him, and she was throwing out hints and subs and whatever the hell. And then it became this whole big drama, and that's why Kenya and Phaedra don't get along. They haven't gotten along for all those seasons because she's like, you tried to sleep with my husband, and that's not okay. And then later down, like 2 seasons later, before Apollo goes to jail, he admits that he like lied about the rumor about the text messages. Like the text messages were a thing, but Apollo told Phaedra that they were in LA. Like he was in LA and Kenya was also in LA, and Kenya like tried to message him to come to her hotel so that she could sleep with him or whatever, or something along those lines. And then that's when it really like blew up. So then Phaedra and Kenya this season have been trying to reconcile. And then they went on the trip. So then now Phaedra's getting divorced because Apollo's in jail because he was scamming. Yeah. And Cynthia's divorcing Peter. And then so Kenya decided to throw them I did, I'm done divorce party. And then Phaedra lost her shadoodles because she's like, but you were a big problem in my marriage for a while and you got the nerve to throw me a divorce party. What? Ooh. Which I get Phaedra's point, but in the same breath I'm like, all season you were buddy with this girl, sipping tea, I kind of would feel vacation. Too. But so I don't know. But then like it came out like on the same episode that Phaedra was talking to a man before her man went to jail. So they all not for her to be all this holier than thou, like my marriage is sacred, and so she left the divorce party because she's like, I don't want to be a part of this. Marriage is a sacred thing, and you can't just like and oh my goodness, I have morals and oh my goodness. But then she was talking to some guy before her husband went to jail. So and she was still married to him. While like last season she was crying on the show like, I just feel so heartbroken because I had no idea it was coming and I was so faithful to him and I was so loyal and I was a good wife. So anyway, that's what happened with that. Sheree says she's done with Bob, but we'll see. What else happened? I don't know what else happened, but y'all should definitely follow me on Twitter and tweet me because every night it's going down. I'm always live tweeting it, written by Raven on Twitter. Also, I heard that the reunion, they just filmed the reunion and Andy was on Twitter. Andy's the host of. Andy says it's juicy, and I believe Andy. Also, because all these other stories have been coming out about stuff that went down at the reunion. So, also, Peter and Matt got into a brawl because.
Did they say why?
Matt is the guy that's dating Kenya now, and we're all pretty sure it's for a storyline because Kenya always needs a storyline because she never got a man. On her first season on the show, like the whole big scandal was that she said she had a man, Walter, and she brought him on all the couples trips, and then in the end, Walter was like, "Whoa, we're not dating. We were just friends, and you told me to come on the show." Like,
damn,
it was messy because she was all on these like comments on the blogs everywhere, like, "This is my man, and we're together, and we're gonna get married, and will he marry me? Why won't he marry me?" And then he was like, bugging. We were not together like that. We just met. It was a whole thing. But so Kenya's dating Matt, which is like this young kid. He's like 20 something. If he's 30, he's old. And then Peter is Cynthia's ex-husband. So Matt is saying that because Kenya has this whole drama surrounding Matt this season because that's her storyline about how he's abusive and he punches windows and glass, but like she won't leave him because she loves him and he hasn't hit her and he wouldn't. So whatever. We're pretty sure she's manufacturing that story. But then so Matt is saying that like the other husbands told him that he should try to get as much money out of Kenya as he can because she's clearly using him for a storyline. And then Matt said it. Matt started telling the blogs that that's what happened, and Peter was like, "Keep my name out your mouth." And then long story short, they ran into each other and then they got it popping. Keep in mind that Peter has a full-on gray hair everywhere, gray beard. So he's a grown-ass man. They're brawling in the streets, like fist fighting.
They were fist
like
fighting?
They were fighting.
Oh, I thought it was like a little scuffle.
No, and there's video of it somewhere. We'll keep you up to date on that. I don't understand why these grown-ass men have to be, like, as petty as the women.
I was saying, that whole show is mess. They also
It's petty. So messy. And then also on the reunion, I heard that like people are saying that, and I don't know how true I think it is, because I think Portia's also one of those girls that don't have a storyline and she needs one. So, but they're saying that it came out at the reunion that Portia hooked up with Apollo.
Oh yeah, before, I heard that. It like popped up on my.
Which is like messy because now her and Phaedra are like BFFs to the death. They call each other frickin' frack. So.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah.
It was trending on Twitter, and I was like, I don't know what that
Portia's
is.
Portia's frick and Phaedra's frack. And they're supposed to be, like, BFFs and ace boon coons, and they're, like, so in love with each other as friends, and they ride for each other, and that's why, Candy and Portia fell out because Candy and Phaedra used to be very, 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 very close, like, all the seasons they were on together, and then they fell off, and they broke up. And they, like, their friendship ended, and now all of a sudden Phaedra's that close with Portia, and Candy's like, the girl's playing you, she's a liar, you're gonna find out, yada yada. And Portia, because that's her only storyline, is sticking with her. So I want to see, I'm dying for this reunion to come out because I know it's gonna be messy. Atlanta reunion is literally always the best reunions because like so many things happen. But that's it. So yeah. Break time. Hey y'all, it's Ray. Y'all know I love leaving little Easter eggs for Laurie to find when she listens back, but it was her birthday a few days ago, so I want to take this time to give her a huge birthday shout out. Here's to another year of being fabulous and fine and fierce. So yeah, y'all, follow her on Twitter and give her a huge birthday love. Give her some love. Back to the show. So now we're getting ready to wrap up the show, and we just want to do our weekly recommendation. What do you got?
Don't judge me, but I think I might. Okay, I'm not prepared this week, so I might recommend Harry Potter.
She's been obsessed about Harry Potter for the last 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh! Wait, no. Listen to the Harry Potter theories. Those are so interesting because I've been rereading the Harry Potter books, and I'm up to the Deathly Hallows, and what's it called? I've been watching all of the like theories and stuff like that, and they're so interesting. Like, I'm not giving spoilers, y'all have to go watch it for yourselves. But like just to find out the reasons that things are written that way and the stories behind the stories and like theories, I don't know, they're just really interesting. Like I've watched probably like 6 hours.
She goes nowhere without her books. By the way, these Harry Potter books everywhere. She pulls one out of her bag.
I'm almost done. I mean, if y'all want to give me recommendations for new books, go ahead.
What kind of books do you like?
Sci-fi, fantasy. I don't like love stories, honestly. They kind of end all the same, and if they don't, the person dies. So I don't really like.
That's true enough.
I don't really like romance. I like more like sci-fi. Like I liked the Immortal Keys or something. Is it Immortal Instruments?
Oh.
So yeah.
I don't have a recommendation this week, so I don't know. Someone on Twitter give me a recommendation. Someone give me something that they really like that I should try. I've been reading a lot of books, but I'm trying to read like lighthearted books, a little bit of romance to like keep myself occupied. I don't really know what's going on right now.
Well, that's not lighthearted. I was like, read Maze Runner, because it's like it like plays with my imagination.
Her eyes just did this thing. Out.
No, I just love like sci-fi and like things that are like I guess apocalyptic. Like
I don't need any apocalyptic books.
I don't know.
Oh, TV show. What am I watching right now? I'm gonna watch the Dave Chappelle stand-up. I heard it's out now. Both parts are out now. People are talking about it. So I will watch that, and I will give you my full report on it next time we meet. If I remember to do that.
I'll text you.
What am I watching? I love The 100. It's also kind of apocalyptic. It's about like these kids that they all live in space. Everybody lives in space because the Earth is inhabitable, and then they're running out of oxygen on the spaceship, so they sent down 100 badass kids that they are putting in. Pretty much like they're prisoners up on the spaceship. They sent them down to Earth to see if they can live on it again. And if the 100 kids can survive, then they're planning on making their descent back to Earth. A lot of stuff happens.
Maybe I'll watch that.
It's a really good show, Minnie. And they're only like in the 4th season. Yeah. And it's only like 13 episodes a season, so.
Get you a Fire Stick and watch them all.
Huh?
Amazon Fire Stick.
What should I watch?
It has Netflix and everything on it.
Oh, but I don't know though, because I like to watch from my laptop. Because I never have control of my TV in my house. I thought about getting an Apple TV, but I don't watch TV enough in my house to use it. Like someone's always like on both the TVs, so I kind of give up. That's why I live on my laptop.
My TV's from like the 1990s.
So how do you use a Fire Stick?
My boyfriend's TV.
Oh, okay. But yes, so that's all I've got, guys. Once again, I'm Ray.
And I'm Laurie.
And this has been Generation Hashtag. Maybe. We'll see you next time.
Bye.